Good afternoon, Shock Troopers. Welcome to the Tuesday, August 30th episode of WTF Central Oregon, where I give you my uncensored view on Central Oregon life, news, and events. As usual, I am your host and Central Oregonian proprietor of pragmatism, Jeremy Johnson. As you can tell, Central Oregon, by the lack of artwork, the packing and moving process has begun, full steam ahead. Who knew it was going to be this much hard work just to move less than a mile away? Oh, wait, I did. I've already done this a couple times. So with that being said, there might be a couple hiccups with the next couple of episodes, but I promise you one thing. I will at least get the show out on the days that I say I'm going to get the show out. I don't have a time frame, so just bear with me, like I said. Now with that being said, we move on to WTF Central Oregon's very own reinstated meteorologist, Pachuto Jenkins. Pachuto, how's the weather out there? Okay, it's looking pretty good heading up to Friday, but I did notice he did have a hoodie with him, so it might get a little cold on these nights, so be prepared, pack a warm sweater wherever you go. Good job, my man. Glad to have you back on the WTF Central Oregon news team, and I'm thinking maybe he should have his own Facebook page. I'll definitely look into that. Enough of the weather, on to the local news. Wildfires have been running rampant in Central Oregon. Much of this region has been bathed in thick smoke, therefore causing residents to have a hard time breathing and causing eye irritation. Of the multiple fires going on in this region, one brave shock trooper sent me an article courtesy of Z21. The Razorback fire burning in the Warm Springs area near Dant, Oregon, has actually jumped the lower Deschutes River and is now burning on both sides uncontained. There is a very interesting line in this article that my shock trooper caught and highlighted for me, and I'd like to read this line word for word as it is pretty interesting. The lower Deschutes River was not closed to rafting, but officials said rafters should use caution when floating this stretch of river and should not stop along the sides where the fire is burning or interfering with suppression operations, including helicopters dipping for bucket work. Wow, are you kidding me with this shit? Are we that desperate for tourism and recreation money that we're willing to send rafters down a river through a wildfire just to earn an extra buck? Well, I suppose dumping an adventurous San Bernardino couple on top of a wildfire because they were accidentally scooped up by a helicopter would make for interesting news. Next up in the news, a local Bend resident / internet shock jock / social commentator is on a mission for a charity to make money in the most unusual way. Jeremy Johnson, host of WTF Central Oregon, is joining us today to discuss what exactly he is up to. Hello, Mr. Johnson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Enjoying the weekend. Weather's nice. Went out, saw some USC fights. Went out, rode my bike around a bit. But it's been a pretty enjoyable weekend except for the smoke. But you know how it is.
So can you tell us what exactly you have planned for this particular charity?
Well, as you know, my charity is Start Making a Reader today. And what they do is they help kindergartners through third graders learn to read. I mean, it's really hard right now with the education system the way it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dress up as a homeless person and walk around downtown and see if I can collect some money for Smart and, help them out, because any help with education in Central Oregon is pretty much a really good idea right now.
Wow, that is very interesting. So, how do you plan to create awareness by dressing up as a homeless person to benefit your charity?
Well, that's a good question, Jeremy, and my answer is it's going to create a shock value. It's not going to be any money towards me. I know in the past few shows I've said I'm broke and everything like that, but all proceeds that I'm getting are going to go straight to Smart. You can even write checks out to Start Making a Reader today and everything like that and donate those as well. But it's a shock value thing, and that's what I try to do, kind of on a day-to-day basis. And I think it's going to work out really well. I think it's become really successful.
Okay. So, where can we find you during this controversial event?
That's also a good question. Basically what I have planned is dressing up and everything like that. Get out to downtown roughly around 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. The cool thing is with the show is I got a lot of people that are, videographers, photographers, everything like that. Come on out, get some video, take some pictures. Let's just create an awareness for this thing. And also I have a lot of bands that follow the show too. So, and if you're a band and you have a guitar hanging around, like just an acoustic guitar, get yourself all grunged up, come out and play a couple tunes. That'd kind of be fun as well. Because, 5 hours there, I'm going to be a little bored.
Well, I have one more question for you, Mr. Johnson. What exactly are your goals with WTF Central Oregon? We know you're fairly new, and we just want to know what lies ahead in the future for your little show.
Jeez. My goals with WTF Central Oregon. Basically I just want... I want people to listen. I want people to open their ears for once. This town has really gone into a whole sense of apathy when it comes to, things being in need. I just want to I want to get the word out. I want there to be a common sense understanding. It's starting small and everything like that, but eventually I'd love and at least 10% of Ben just to follow the show, or Central Oregon to follow the show. Just because you need a good laugh once in a while. You need to be informed. It really helps out. Makes me feel better about what I'm doing, and I really want to have like a positive impact on the community. And that's about that. I love this town so much, and I just want to see us back in our glory days that we used to be. And I know we've gone down real quick. And one of the things that I've said to people, it's like you can look at a nation as being messed up, but you can't fix a nation. And what you got to do is you got to fix your community first. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. Just fix my community first, and then other communities will start looking at Ben, going, "Hey, they're doing something right. Maybe we should start doing that." And the next thing you know, you got the state, and that state and that state, and that's how you fix a nation's problem. You start with home first, and then you branch out from there. But yeah, that's about all I have to say about that.
Well, I would like to thank you, Mr. Johnson. It was a pleasure talking to you. And with that, we are done with the news. On to local events. And once again, for local events, I will be consulting the Divine Clipboard. First up, we have Smash Play Tuesday at Mad Happy Lounge tonight at 8 p.m. Support local DJ music because the rate it's going, these guys might not be around much longer. And 7 has karaoke tonight, Latin dance and comedy on Wednesday, and Dirty Thursday on Thursday. Would somebody care to enlighten me what Dirty Thursday actually is? It's kind of piqued my interest. And that's it for local events that I have so far. Many more to come on Friday's show, so stay tuned. In closing, I want to do something fun. I would like a shock trooper to actually start up a Wikipedia page for WTF Central Oregon. You can make up all the weird stuff you want, get as crazy as you want, and other shock troopers, you can add to it with your own thoughts or ideas. As usual, you can find me on my Facebook page, my YouTube page, my Twitter page, and you can email me directly at WTFcentraloregon@gmail.com. So like, subscribe, friend, spread the word. I'd like to get more likes because I'm almost at 400, and by Christmas I would like to be the most popular news personality in Central Oregon. It would be a great present for me. Special thanks to Charisma and BP Framing for donating to the show. If you would like to be a part of the show by donating, please use my WTFcentraloregon@gmail.com PayPal account and donate whatever you can. A couple dollars, $5, $10, heck, even $10,000. All of it goes back into the show, and it improves the quality of the show, and there might even be merchandise. That's pretty much all I have for you today, Central Oregon. Be safe, and I'm out.
You don't feel the ones and you don't know how to skate. You said that Scott will turn your crank, but I know you don't understand, cause you never